Kris Jenner's Kardashian family empire built on deception, lies, and exploiting her children? Though that might not come as a shock to a lot of people, the extent of her shady dealings and just how far she'd go to get what she wants is actually crazier than you'd ever imagine. After all, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
When you think of the Kardashian-Jenner empire, you might picture luxury, Paris Fashion Week, custom balmain gowns, diamonds on every finger. But behind the glam lies a different reality, one that critics say props up the fast fashion machine, where designs are copied overnight and labor costs are kept razor thin. Let's start with Kendall plus Kylie, the sisters' namesake clothing brand. Launched in 2012, it promised affordable runway-inspired looks for a younger audience. By 2017, however, independent designers began to cry foul. Los Angeles label Plugged NYC accused the brand of copying its camouflage pieces almost stitch for stitch. Designer Tazita Balamley posted side-by-side photos on Instagram that went viral, pointing to near-identical patterns and cuts. Although no lawsuit ultimately went to trial, the public shaming forced the Jenners to pull items from sale. The same year, the infamous vintage tee incident struck. Kendall and Kylie released t-shirts superimposing their own faces and initials over classic album covers. Tupac, Biggie, Ozzy Osbourne, without securing image rights. Families of the artists issued cease-and-desist letters within 24 hours, calling the move disrespectful and exploitative. The sisters pulled the shirts and issued a joint apology, but the episode highlighted a pattern critics had been warning about: move fast, borrow liberally, apologize later. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian's clothing ventures faced their own scrutiny. In 2018, luxury fashion house Vetements publicly accused fast fashion giant Fashion Nova of ripping off Kim's custom-made looks, often within hours of her wearing them. While Fashion Nova, not Kim, produced the copies, watchdogs argued that the Kardashians' habit of broadcasting unreleased designer outfits effectively feeds the knockoff economy. The ultra-fast reproduction cycle, sometimes less than 24 hours from red carpet to checkout, relies on supply chains often criticized for poor labor conditions. The conversation turned sharper when Kim launched her own shapewear and apparel brand, Schemes. Although Schemes manufactures primarily in Turkey and the U.S., investigative reporters from outlets like the New York Times noted the broader tension. Celebrity brands can claim high ethical standards while still pressuring factories to meet lightning-fast production schedules that drive the global fast fashion system. Intellectual property attorneys point out that many of these incidents never reach court because proving design theft is notoriously difficult. Fashion law in the United States offers limited protection for clothing silhouettes or prints unless they're trademarked. That legal gray area allows high-profile brands to take inspiration without facing serious penalties. Critics say the Kardashian effect supercharges the problem. With hundreds of millions of followers, a single Instagram post can create overnight demand for a look, demand that fast fashion suppliers in countries with low-wage labor markets scramble to meet. Labor rights groups argue that this accelerates unsafe conditions and environmental harm, even if the Kardashians aren't directly running those factories. The family's defenders counter that they've become more careful. Schemes publishes statements about ethical sourcing, and Kendall plus Kylie has quietly shifted production to vetted partners. Still, watchdog organizations maintain that transparency reports remain thin, and independent designers continue to post side-by-side comparisons when a suspiciously familiar Kendall plus Kylie piece drops. What makes these controversies stick is the economic imbalance. Small designers often can't afford prolonged legal battles, while the Kardashian name guarantees attention and sales even amid backlash. As fashion journalist Elizabeth Klein puts it, fast fashion doesn't just copy the runway anymore, it copies Instagram, and the Kardashians are Instagram's royal family. For the Kardashians, each flare-up becomes part of a larger cycle. 1. A bold new look appears on social media. 2. Imitations flood online retailers within days. 3. Critics raise alarms about exploitation. 4. The family either distances itself or issues a carefully worded statement, while brand visibility soars. It's a playbook that keeps them at the center of every conversation about what we wear and how it's made. Whether you see that as entrepreneurial genius or complicity in a broken system depends on where you stand on fashion ethics. And as the industry grapples with sustainability and labor reform, the Kardashians' influence remains impossible to ignore. Their clothes may sparkle under the lights, but the supply chain behind the shine tells a more complicated story. Next on Under the Gloss, we pivot from the runways to the courtrooms, diving into the lawsuits and legal disputes that have followed the family for over a decade, from contract battles to high-profile defamation cases. Loving the story so far? Go ahead and subscribe, it's free, and it means you'll never miss the next update.